Okay, so you're making TikToks, right? Pouring heart and soul into them, maybe getting some decent views, perhaps even going a little viral.
Hmm.
But here's the big question, really. Are those views actually turning into followers?
That's the crucial bit.
Because it turns out those few lines at the top of your profile, your bio, that could
Yeah.
be the absolute key.
It's tiny, but yeah.
There's tiny digital real estate. But TikTok's own data suggests optimized bios. They can see up to 30% higher conversion from someone just visiting your profile to actually hitting follow.
30%, that's
Yeah.
that's huge when you think about it.
It really is. And, if you're looking to boost your overall social media presence, not just TikTok, you might want to check out a resource like rapidboost.net. They offer services that can help optimize things across the board.
Right, it's interesting because creators spend so much time like crafting the perfect video, hours sometime.
Oh, definitely. The editing, the effects.
Yeah, all of that. And then the bio, which is, the very first thing someone really sees when they click through, it often feels like an afterthought.
Totally. Like someone loves your video, they click your name,
Mm-hmm. Their next logical step.
and then boom, that bio is the moment of truth. Are they going to follow you or just scroll away?
Exactly. Will they stay or will they go?
It really is like your shop window, isn't it?
Yeah.
Someone glances in and you've got, what, seconds
Mere seconds.
to tell them what you're about, why they should care, and crucially, why they should tap that little plus sign.
So that's our mission today, right? For this deep dive.
Yeah, let's really get into it. Go beyond the basic tips and unpack the expert strategies to craft a TikTok bio that actually works, one that converts views into a real community.
And it sounds simple, but there's definitely nuance here. Let's start with the absolute foundation. Clarity.
Clarity, okay.
When someone lands on that profile, it needs to be blindingly obvious what kind of content you make. Instantly.
They're guessing games.
None. Are you doing quick cooking tutorials? Crabble hacks? Funny sketches? You have to avoid those really vague things like, welcome to my journey.
Oh yeah, just living life.
Exactly. Be specific. What's the value you're providing?
Right, so instead of, I don't know, having fun creating stuff, which tells me nothing,
Hmm.
something like mini watercolor tutorials for beginners. Boom. I know exactly what I'm getting if I follow.
Precisely. You're setting the expectation immediately, which leads nicely into the second key ingredient, authority and trustworthiness.
Okay, how does that work in such a small space?
Well, you just need a brief way to signal why someone should listen to you. Maybe it's your expertise, a credential.
Like certified financial planner.
Exactly. Or even just a relatable experience like mom of 4 sharing sanity-saving hacks.
Gotcha. It quickly tells people you're a credible source for that specific thing.
It builds that initial layer of trust, which is vital.
Makes sense. So clarity, authority. What's the third essential?
The call to action, the CTA.
Ah, yes. You get asked for the follow.
You really do. Don't just assume people know you want them to follow. You need to directly but concisely prompt them.
So like follow for daily motivation tips.
Perfect. Or new recipes drop every Tuesday, hit follow. It's direct, it tells them the benefit again, and it's clear. Way better than just hoping.
And then there's that extra layer, the personality.
Yeah.
The flair.
Yes. This is where you make it memorable. Inject your unique voice, maybe a bit of humor if that fits your brand.
Like that example. Recovering coffee addict. Building my dream life one latte at a time. It's relatable. Kind of funny.
Exactly. It makes
Okay.
you seem like a real person, not just a content machine. It helps build that connection.
Okay, so those are the core ingredients. Clarity, authority, CTA, personality. Now, how do we actually do it? Let's get into the actionable steps.
Right. First big one. Craft a benefit-focused value proposition.
Benefit, focus, value prop. Okay, let's unpack that. So it's not just what you do, but what's in it for the follower.
Precisely. You're answering their silent question. Why should I follow you?
So instead of, say, I post recipes,
Mm-hmm.
you'd say something like, quick, healthy recipes with under 5 ingredients on.
Perfect. See? It hits the benefit, quick, healthy, the format, under 5 ingredients, and implies the audience, busy people maybe?
Yeah, okay. Or like budget travel hacks from a globetrotting couple. Again, super specific. Benefit, angle, maybe even audience.
Exactly. That specificity is key. Now, another really important step, and maybe one people underestimate on TikTok, is keywords.
Keywords. In the bio. I thought that was more for like YouTube descriptions or blogs.
Well, TikTok search is getting much, much better. People are actively searching for topics on the platform now.
Ah, okay. So the bio helps you get found.
It definitely can. Think about your main topics. Pick 1 or 2 core keywords and try to weave at least one naturally into the first half of your bio.
So instead of just motivating you daily,
You could try something like daily fitness tips, beginner-friendly workouts, follow for motivation. You've got fitness tips, beginner workouts.
right, actual terms someone might search for. Makes sense.
Okay, next up, highlight your unique selling point, your USP.
What makes you different?
Exactly. What sets you apart from all the other fitness accounts or travel accounts or whatever your niche is?
How do you figure that out?
Ask yourself some questions like, what do your most engaged followers comment on? How are you different from creators you admire? What's your non-negotiable angle or perspective?
So, really pinpointing your unique flavor. Maybe you're the only one doing, I don't know, historical cooking recipes on a budget.
Precisely. Call out that unique thing. And while you're doing that, remember to be authentic. Be human.
That feels like a big theme on TikTok generally.
It really is. The platform rewards realness. So let your personality come through, use language, use emojis that actually feel like you, and connect with your specific audience. Don't try to be everything to everyone.
Yeah, trying to please everybody usually ends up pleasing nobody.
Pretty much. Find your tribe, speak their language.
Okay, so we've got value prop, keywords, USP, authenticity. And we mentioned it, but let's hammer it home again. The call to action.
Can't stress it enough. You absolutely have to include it. Tell people what to do next.
Follow for X, DM for collabs, click the link for my free checklist.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to test different CTAs. Maybe your audience responds better to FOMO, fear of missing out. Follow before this disappears. Or maybe exclusivity works better. Join the insiders. Follow now.
Testing CTAs, good point. What about visuals? Emoji.
Emojis, yes. They can be great visual anchors. Break up the text, add personality, signal your topic quickly.
But don't go overboard.
Please don't. An emoji wall is just hard to read. Stick to maybe 1 to 3 relevant emojis that actually match your theme and reinforce your message.
Less is more. Got it. And speaking of less is more, that 80-character limit is tight.
It is incredibly tight. Every single character counts, so
Right.
formatting matters.
How can you make it readable?
Use visual breaks if you can.
Yeah.
Sometimes vertical bars work, or just smart use of line breaks if the platform allows. Even bullet points sometimes. Just something to guide the eye. Make the value prop and CTA stand out.
Okay, there was that case study you mentioned at Fit with Sarah.
Ah, yes. Great example. She apparently went from a very generic, helping you get fit,
Which is okay, but
right, kind of bland. She changed it to busy mom workouts, 20 minutes or less, follow for daily moves.
wow. Specific audience, busy moms, specific format under 20 mins, clear CTA.
And saw a reported 38% jump in follows. It just shows how much that clarity and specificity matter.
Huge difference.
Hmm.
Okay, so knowing what to do is great, but what about what not to do? Common mistakes.
Oh, plenty. A big one is stuff in the bio with hashtags.
Right, you see that sometimes, just a block of hashtag fitness, hashtag health, hashtag workout.
Yeah, it doesn't really work the same way in the bio as it does in captions on TikTok. It just looks messy and doesn't add much search value there. Save them for your video description.
Okay, good to know. What else?
Being too vague or overly cute, we touched on this. Living my best life or spreading good vibes only. It's nice, but what do you actually do? It offers zero value proposition.
Right, no reason to follow. Another mistake.
Wait.
Links.
Trying to put multiple links in the bio text itself usually doesn't work or looks cluttered. If you have a business account, you get that one precious clickable link. Use that strategically. Point people to it with your CTA. Don't try to list others in the text.
Makes sense. What about, like, proof, authority? Is forgetting that a mistake?
It can be a missed opportunity, yeah. If you have something impressive featured in Wired, 1 million downloads, finding a concise way to mention it adds instant credibility. But keep it brief.
And probably the biggest mistake is just setting it and forgetting it, right?
Absolutely. Your bio isn't static. Your content might evolve. Trends change. You should be looking at your bio maybe once a month or so and asking, does this still accurately represent what I'm doing now?
Good point. Okay, let's dig into that link situation a bit more. You mentioned business accounts.
Yeah, that's the main way to get that clickable website link. So if you're a brand or selling something or driving traffic anywhere else, switching to a business account is usually worth it for that feature alone.
Even if you lose access to some trending sounds sometimes.
That's the trade-off, yeah. You have to weigh what's more important for your goals. But if you do have the link, make sure your CTA actually points to it, like a shop free guide below or shop the collection via the link. Give it context.
And what about putting an email address in there for collabs?
You can. Something like collabs.name@email.com. It makes it easy for brands to reach out. The downside, you might get more spam. So again, a trade-off.
Worth considering.
Yeah,
And you could also use the bio for timely things.
definitely. Running a giveaway, mention it. Just hit a big milestone. Celebrate it. Using it for timely updates can create urgency and excitement.
Okay, so for the actual look and feel design tips.
Keep it clean. Use those line breaks or symbols like vertical bars or dots sparingly to create structure. If you have a brand tagline or catchphrase, see if it fits naturally.
And keep the tone consistent.
Absolutely. The language, the emojis, the overall vibe in your bio should match your videos and your presence elsewhere. It's all part of your brand.
So you've done all this work, crafted this amazing bio. How do you know if it's actually working better?
Test it. You got to test and adapt. One simple way is A/B testing, informally.
How does that work on TikTok?
Just change one thing in your bio. Maybe swap out the CTA or change your main keyword. Leave it for a week or two and check your TikTok analytics. See if your profile views to follower conversion rate changes.
So isolate the variable. Smart.
Exactly. It gives you real data.
Ah.
Another thing, ask new followers. If you get a chance to interact, ask them what made them hit follow. Their feedback is gold.
That's a great idea, direct from the source.
And keep an eye on what successful creators in your niche are doing. Not to copy them, obviously.
Right, for inspiration, not imitation.
Exactly. See what seems to be working, what patterns emerge, learn from the landscape.
Okay, let's pull this all together. A quick action steps checklist for everyone listening.
All right. 1, audit your current bio. Is it clear? Does it offer value?
2, define that benefit-driven value proposition. What's in it for the follower?
3, weave in 1 or 2 relevant keywords for search.
4, inject your authentic personality. Be you.
5, add a strong, clear call to action. Tell them what to do.
6, format it so it's easy to read quickly. Use breaks, maybe a relevant emoji or two.
And 7, test, track, and optimize regularly. Don't just set it and forget it.
Perfect. And maybe some quick examples of what a good one looks like.
Sure. How about home workouts for busy parents, quick wins, daily follow for energy.
Nice. Clear audience, benefit, CTA.
4, tiny house adventures, insider van life tips. Hit follow to join the journey.
Again, niche, value, CTA.
1 more. Crypto, simplified for beginners, fresh news daily. Start investing, follow now.
Yeah, those really nail it. Content, benefit, direct call to action.
Exactly. So the big takeaway here is that your TikTok bio, it's way more than just, a little about me section.
The growth engine.
It really is. It's that critical first handshake. Getting it right, focusing on clarity, value, keywords, personality, and that CTA, that's how you turn casual viewers into a real engaged community.
So the challenge for everyone listening, if you're serious about growing on TikTok, take some time this week. Really look at your bio. Polish it. Refine it.
Don't treat it like a throwaway line.
Treat it like the powerful tool it is. And check back on it regularly, maybe monthly, to keep it sharp.
Which leads to a final thought, maybe something for you to consider. Think about all the potential followers, the potential community members you might be missing out on right now, just because of those 80 characters. What one small change, one tweak to your bio based on what we've talked about today could you make that might unlock some really significant growth for you?